Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, January 7th, 2021. Welcome to another eBay video. Actually, the first eBay video of the year, I believe. Anyway, as you can see, it's still snowing. I know some of you guys like these outdoor snow videos, so I decide I want to give you a panoramic view of how it looks right now. Okay? And I will tell you that it's 28 degrees and it's still snowing. We have not had a sunny day, okay? Just nothing but cloudy, nasty, rainy days. We had an ice storm during the week that was so bad. There were instances where there were car accidents with 35 vehicles at one time crashing. And this is not just one highway, this is several highways. So yeah, one thing guys, I'm dead serious about. We cannot get a single sunny day. I had hoped to film exploration videos both on December 25th and January 1st. Both were rained out. So I had hoped to do one this Sunday, and that's definitely out because I can't do them when there's snow on the ground. Plus it's going to rain Sunday anyway. Pathetic. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to find a place to put this down, and we're going to get started with the eBay video. Okay guys, let's get right into today's eBay video. Today's main topic is going to be being a successful eBay seller in the year 2022. I'm going to share a few tips I have, and we're going to discuss returns and things like that, and things that have been plaguing the community. I am not going to read any comments, questions, or concerns this week because last week, as you remember, I did the live with John. So basically that doesn't really lend itself to comments, questions, and concerns. So we're going to start out fresh this video with just me discussing some updates eBay-wise and otherwise as well. 2021 on eBay for me was another very good year. I did very well. Not quite as good as 2022. Not quite as... 2021 was a very good year on eBay for me, but not as good as 2020 because what with COVID and all that, you couldn't really expect it to be. What do I see on the horizon for 2022? Well, for those of you guys who are dedicated sellers like myself, I think you guys will do quite well as you have been. However, I do expect continued bumps in the road. I'm talking problems with returns, problems with bad buyers claiming item not as described when you know darn well it's exactly as described. And speaking of that, I have a little show and tell for you today that I think you guys will find amusing. Almost all my returns, 99.9%, are for alloy wheel center caps. I go through so much trouble to not only describe the item, but I add all the item specifications in the drop-down menu and all the fields. I put the manufacturer's part number. I put the Hollander number. I even post a picture of the alloy wheel itself, and I say something like, this cap only fits this wheel and no other wheel. Yet, I get tons of returns. I have spoken in the past about how most of my returns are from older people. And the thing that really makes me just shake my head in disbelief is when they send me a certain kind of note or diagram with the return. And I have one I'd like to share with you now. This came the other day. It says, open me. So I opened it. I want you to see this. Okay? Now, the first, that's the part number that he needs. I had the part number of my cap in the listing itself, okay? He didn't take the time to even check. Manufacturer's date, see, diameter. If he would have done this work before making the purchase, there would have been no problem. I don't understand why people are so, okay, I'm going to say the word stupid, because this is stupidity. This is stupidity. I go through so much trouble to list all the item specifications, and these people do no work whatsoever. They look at the pretty picture. They don't look at the alloy wheel picture for some reason, even though I usually put that in picture number 2. But it's sad. Now, in this particular case, this customer was honest, and he said wrong size doesn't fit, so he paid the return shipping. But I'm more concerned about the ones that lie and say item not as described, when the item was as described. And eBay is sending me these surveys numerous times per week, and it's not unusual for me to get 3 in one day, asking me how I want to rate my return experience. I'm sure some of you guys have seen these surveys in your eBay messages. The problem is they don't tell you what item they're asking about. So let's say I've had 3 returns so far, all right? I might get 3 different contacts from eBay in one day asking me what I thought about the particular case, but it doesn't tell me which case. It's useless. Useless. I have tried everything in the description field replying back to these messages. I give them my name, my phone number, everything, hoping they'll call me back, and they never do. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not even sure anybody even looks at them. It might be like Dennis Copper said, where the wire, if you trace it to the very end, it's just laying on the floor, connected to nothing. So I'm thinking that could possibly be the case. But I think returns, false item not as described returns, are going to continue to plague the industry into 2022 and throughout the year, unless something is done about it. I don't really see any changes being made at the beginning of the year. I'm hoping if eBay has the eBay on location, eBay open out in Vegas in the summertime, if they have that and we can all get together and talk to people face to face, that would help. By the way, oh, wrong way, eBay on location hat, see it? It's official. This is from a couple of years ago. So I think that would really help. But what I'm doing right now, and let me tell you, my sales continue to be very good. I did have 2 interesting things happen on New Year's Day, both in the negative. I set 2 records on New Year's Day, January 1st, and both were bad. The first record I set was for the earliest return of the year. I got my first return 10 o'clock in the morning, New Year's Day. That is the earliest I've ever had a return in my, 22 years on eBay. That's a record. Or is it 23 years? Second record I set was also my slowest New Year's Day in recorded history, with 1 sale. New Year's Day was horrible. Even if you trace back to the year 2021, it was definitely one of my 5 slowest days of the year. It was terrible. 1 sale. Disgusting. However, after that, my sales have picked up and I'm doing very well now, so I'm very happy. As I also mentioned, December 25th was quite busy and I was happy with that too. But things that I'm doing, and I suggest you do, you don't have to, but if you do them, I think it would help your sales. Now that the post office has finally cleaned up their act and they're back to shipping items on time, I have changed my handling time to 1 day. For the last almost 2 years, I had it set to 3 days because of COVID. Now it's to 1 day, and even if the post office or UPS does screw up and does delay my shipment, eBay will have our back with that kind of thing as long as the scan shows that we ship the item the next day. It is very important that you guys, when you go to the post office, make sure they scan your items. In some of the Facebook groups, there are some people complaining that the post office refuses to scan their item, and I think that's sad, but really, they have to do it. It is in the bylaws. They have to do it, okay? And please, even if you have to wait a couple of minutes, wait and get your items scanned in. It's worth it to be protected. As far as my returns, I am continuing to accept returns for 30 days. I do not offer free returns, and I never will. I've said this on camera for years, and I'm never going to back down. I will never accept free returns because every return, like this guy right here, for buyer remorse, where they don't read the listing, would fall on me. I would have to pay shipping both ways, going and coming back. If I accepted free returns, it would cost me between $100 and $300 per week. That's never going to happen. There are too many people that are just plain stupid and don't read, especially in the eBay Motors category where I sell. So, once again, I'm putting this in stone. I will never offer free returns. When people file fake item not as described cases against me and force me to pay the return shipping, I have no choice but to accept the return and pay the return shipping. But when I get the item back, I never give the original shipping back, ever. Never. I just had a case a couple of weeks ago that I've been telling you about that's been dragging on. A customer bought some alloy wheel center caps, got them, and claimed false item not as described because he thought they were chrome, when it clearly says that they're the silver painted ones. This is where eBay is failing totally, in my opinion. There should be some kind of checks and balances so that when a false case is filed against us, we could click a button and it would go to arbitration, binding arbitration, where anybody with half a brain could see that it says painted silver and not chrome. And then the case would be decided in our favor, and the buyer who claimed the false item not as described case would be sanctioned. That is the problem. Guys, the word is out. You can do anything you want, and there are no repercussions as a buyer on eBay. But if you're a seller on eBay and you screw up, whoa, look out, look out. That's why you got to be very careful. Personally, I don't mind that eBay has strict rules for sellers because I want it to be regarded as a safe place where you will get the item that you purchased in a timely manner. I want that, okay? I just feel that buyers should be held to a similar standard. I know on Amazon, if you pull some sketchy business, they'll can you. Like if you return too many items, Amazon will can you. Okay, eBay will not do that. There are so many fake eBay accounts floating out there to this day. And if you ever want me to prove it, I can prove it, okay? So that's my story about returns. As far as shipping, I said, please always ship as quick as possible. One thing about Amazon, I'm not a big Amazon fan, but I know that if I buy something from FBA, that item will come to me quickly. I have no doubt about that. I've had serious problems on Amazon when I buy from a third-party seller. I know there's a few people out there that don't like me to say this and say that they're a third-party seller and that they offer great service, and hell, maybe they do. But I'm talking about the ones that I've run into. I have nothing good to say about them. They don't ship right away. They wait sometimes 2 and 3 days to ship. But if you buy directly from FBA, you'll get your item in a timely manner. On eBay, sometimes I buy things, and there are so many sellers that sometimes are waiting 4 days to ship the item. I had a guy last month, I bought an item, and I think he had 4-day handling time, which is fine with me. I'm in no rush. He waited a week and a half to ship the item. A week and a half! But yet, I didn't complain. I didn't break his chops. I didn't even contact him because it's just business. Now, had he not shipped the item at all, we would have had a problem. So yeah, that's my story there. As far as feedback is concerned, guys, one thing I've learned from some of you many years ago, I never leave feedback until it's left for me first. During the early days of eBay, I would leave positive feedback once the person paid me. All right? I did that. And I got stung a few times for it. A lot of people would never return the favor, even if they were happy. And sometimes people, a small amount, would feel that they could try and make demands because they hadn't left feedback yet. And I learned the hard way. So I will never leave feedback until it's left for me first. That's working out very good for me. Let's see, what else am I leaving out? Offers to watchers continues to be a problem. I use it because it knocks my items up in search. If I send out 50 offers to watchers today, I might get 1 or 2 people that will send me a counter offer for less money than I want. And often I will accept the offer and they will just not pay. They will fade away, or they'll say something like, I have no intention of paying you. I offered you a certain amount of money. I was just curious to see if you would take it. But I'm going to get the item locally at a cheaper price. I'm telling you guys, I'm not kidding. And they know correctly that eBay will do nothing about it. And sadly, they won't. I'm also getting a lot of unsolicited best offers. And believe it or not, those are the people that I'm having the best of luck with. If I have an item for $100 plus shipping, often I'll get a person that will say, will you accept $85 plus shipping? And I'll say, if I lower the price to $85 plus shipping, will you buy the item today? And they say yes. I manually change the price in the listing. This way they have to pay right away. I never, ever send an offer through the contact system because then they don't pay. And if they pay right away, great, I ship the item. And most of the time, they do. The only time I'll encounter any problem is if a person sends me an unsolicited offer and says something like, what is the lowest you will go? What's the best offer you can give me? I had a guy the other day sent me an unsolicited best offer. What is your best price on these items? So just for the heck of it, I mean, there's no way he's going to buy anything from me. I don't even want to deal with somebody like that. But just for the heck of it, I wanted to see how much I was charging. $19. $19, and he wants to ask me what my best price is, so he got blocked. I told you about the story a couple of weeks ago where I had someone that didn't pay for an item. He didn't pay for the item. I went through the unpaid item process with eBay. All right, just what they tell me to do. I relisted the item, and I blocked the guy. My God, did this guy go crazy on me. He called me every name in the book, says he's reporting me to eBay because I blocked him. He said to me something like, I have 1,500 feedback and I pay for all my items. I said, that's not true. You didn't pay for mine. That's what started this whole thing. You didn't have 22 lousy dollars to pay for my item. I said, let me tell you something. I swear on my life, as long as I live, you will never get this cap from me. And I even went and raised the price. Now, I told you about this about a week ago. The only reason I didn't end the listing itself is because eBay has this quirky rule that if you're in communication with a buyer on a particular item and you end that listing, they seem to think that you're taking the transaction off eBay and they will assess you a final value fee. I'm not sure if they still do that, but it happened to me once about 2 years ago. It won't happen again. So yeah, this guy was ballistic. Ballistic. He's reporting me to eBay because I blocked a non-paying bidder, which is him. Crazy times, man. All right, anything else to cover about being an eBay seller in 2022? I think not. I think you guys pretty much have it down. I sure hope that this year is going to be a successful year for all you guys, all you eBay sellers. I can tell you it started off very good for me, with the exception of January the 1st, which was an utter failure. So, I guess there's nothing else left to say, but I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Each week I come out here and I make these videos to help you try and stay successful as an eBay seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please give me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up, and I'll do my very best to do so. Remember to click or smash the notification bell in the bar below. Oh, see the bell? It's right around there somewhere. It's very important that you hit that, because that way you'll be notified if I decide to schedule a live event, which I will, not right away, but somewhere down the road. I will do it again. So it's very important you click the notification bell so you will be informed of any future lives I have. That's all I have to say. That's it. Guys, if there's anyone that can send me a sunny day, it would be much appreciated. We have no sunny days in our forecast. And we get more of this. And rain. Nothing else left to say, guys, but go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace!